Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Schluntz Gym on the campus of Brookline High School in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity girls volleyball matchup between the visiting Womps of Braintree High School and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. The Warriors aiming to bounce back after a tough loss against Winchester on the road last Friday. That loss dropped Brookline down from 2nd to 6th in the MIAA Division I power rankings as the latest power rankings came out this morning. Brookline having dropped 4 spots as their record dropped to 8-2 following the loss to Winchester. And when you're battling for a tough spot, that's just how tight it can be. And so Brookline hoping to start a road back up to a higher spot here against a Braintree squad entering with a 6-4 win-loss record, ranked 22nd in the power rankings. They moved up 2 spots from the 24th spot they got in the first power ranking drop of the season that came out last Friday morning. Braintree, of course, they had a pretty strong season last year as they finished 15-5, came in 8th in the power rankings, but lost in the round of 16 to number 9 Acton Boxborough, 3-1. That Acton Boxborough team would go on to ultimately lose in the next round, I believe, in the round of 8 to the number 1 ranked Newton North team that ultimately defeated Brookline in the state finals. So it should be an interesting matchup here today. We got about 2 minutes on the pregame clock. Let's see how quickly we can go through some rosters here today. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline first, we have a senior number 2, Emily Ferdinand. Next, another senior number 3, Malia Thompson. A senior number 4, Josephine Ross. A junior number 6, Noga Neve. A senior number 7, Bella Bacon. A junior number 8, Sadie Chen Gordon. A senior number 9, Maya Knock. A junior number 10, Molly Tipton. A junior wearing either number 11 or number 1, Mia Jones. A sophomore number 12, Skylar Makaluski. A junior number 13, Nora Mullen. A senior number 16, Stasia Budnick. A senior number 18, Viviana McDonald. A junior number 20, Marlo Sachs. And a freshman number 22, Anna Dror. Head coach of the Brookline High girls volleyball team is Caitlin Soboleski. I think a PA announcer might be about to take over, or no, they're just going to take to the court. Let's quickly go through the Braintree roster, see how fast we can go. For Braintree, going in order of jersey number, first off, we have a senior number 2, Isabella Tran. A senior number 5, Emma Jerry. Junior number 6, Lauren Karanog. A senior number 7, Nora Grant. A junior number 8, Kiyomi Nguyen. A junior number 10, Joelle Wang. A junior number 11, Stella Lamb. A junior number 12, Izzy Rotondo. A senior number 13, Jenna Luisi. A sophomore number 14, Zarina Chung. A sophomore number 20, Gabby Bennett. A junior number 21, Kate Sweeney. A sophomore number 23, Julia Brown. A senior number 24, Nora Downey. And a junior number 25, Avery Diuti. Head coach of the Braintree High girls volleyball team is Kylene Spalding. All right, we got through both teams' rosters, and we're about ready to get this match underway. Best of 5 sets match, first to 3 sets wins. Sets are first to 25, win by 2, unless we go to a do or die 5th set, which would be first to 15, win by 2. starters out on the floor. For Brookline, we see number 2, Emily Ferdinand, number 7, Bella Bacon, number 13, Nora Mullen, number 3, Malia Thompson. Looks like she's going to check out for the libero. Number 16, Stasia Budnick, and number 18, Viviana McDonald. And indeed, the libero, Maya Knock, checks in for Thompson. And it will be Brookline serving first. Nora Mullen to start us off. Warriors versus Womps. Here we go. The first serve is an ace. A rough first hit as it dipped lower than the receiver was expecting. And then the second hitter didn't have much option other than to just do an illegal underhit, which is what happened. This serve is received. Bumped up by 14, pushed over. Taken by Bacon, set by Mullen. Ferdinand the spike and sends it too far. Wait, they say a deflection. That one seemed like it sailed out, but Ferdinand gets the deflection either off the shoulder of that backliner or off the fingertips of the attempted blocker. First kill for Ferdinand. This serve barely dug out, followed up just barely, and blocked back by Budnick. Oh no, not blocked, it didn't go over. 3 quick points to open for the Warriors here. Serve from Mullen, dug out, followed up by the setter. The spike cross-court dug out by Mullen, bumped up by McDonald, bumped over by Bacon. Taken by the libero, set, and the spike gets through. Not a full kill there, but a nice hit from number 20, Gabby Bennett, off the pass from the setter, number 14, Zarina Chung. First point for Braintree. Brookline almost managed to get it over. And now going on serve for Braintree will be number 11, Stella Lamb. Lamb's serve taken by Bacon, chased down by Mullen, and bumped over by Bacon. Taken there, set by Chung, and a spike down the far sideline, drops it in for the kill. Number 24, Nora Downey, gets that one, her first kill, first assist for Chung. 3-2 the score. Lamb back on serve for the Womps and sends it into the net. Looks like Gabby Bennett subbing back in for Braintree, or no, subbing out for the libero, number 6, Lauren Karanog. Ferdinand the serve, taken and cannot be followed up. That'll be an ace for Emily Ferdinand. Now this serve is received a little more cleanly, set by Chung. Tap down from Downey for the kill. Good timing on the jump from Downey, threw off the blocker's timing and used that long reach of hers to get the downward trajectory she wanted off that hit. Checking in for Braintree, number 25, Avery Diuti. Chung's serve taken by Ferdinand, chased down by Mullen. Spike Bacon, dug out by Karanog, but couldn't be followed up on the second hit by Downey. That one just a little bit short of a kill there, I would say, but still good hit from Bacon and a good chase down second hit by Nora Mullen. Serve from Budnick, taken awkwardly, and that is going to be an ace. Ace for Stasia Budnick, 7-3 the Brookline lead. The serve taken by Karanog, set by Chung. Downey the spike. Downey delivers again. 3 early kills for Nora Downey, all assisted by Zarina Chung. Now on serve for the Womps, number 2, Isabella Tran. Deep serve taken by Ferdinand, set by Mullen. Bacon, nice shot down the line. Put a bit of top spin on that one for her first kill. Can see that nice speedy downward trajectory as she puts some great top spin on that roll shot. This serve dug out there by Tran, followed up and pushed over by Diuti, taken by Ferdinand, set by Mullen, punched over by Malia Thompson for her first kill. That is now 3 assists for the setter Mullen. This serve dug out, set by Chung. Downey taps it down, dug out by Marlowe. Sachs, battle at the net, won by Downey, but recovered by Thompson. Chased down by Karanog, bumped over by Tran. Oh, but the ceiling. They got those cross beams in the ceiling here at Schlutz, and sometimes it can really, if it hits the side of those cross beams, it drastically changes the trajectory of that ball. Throws off people all the time. Marlowe sacks the serve, taken by Karanog. Bumped up, and Downey sends it over. Dug out by Sachs, set by Mullen. From the back, it's Ferdinand. Oh, they say she missed it long. That looks like a beautifully placed ball from Emily Ferdinand, but the official says just a smidge too long. Nora Downey now on serve for Braintree. Brookline leads by 5 here in set number 1. Serve coming in shallow, dug out by Sachs, bumped up by Mullen. Spike from Bacon, just wide. Again, right idea, just off on the execution. Bacon read the defense well, knew exactly where she needed to go with that spike, just sent it a bit wide. Serve from Downey, received by Ferdinand, bumped up by Mullen. Tap over by Bacon, spiked right back by Bennett. Timing was a little off on that second hit, and Bacon ended up charging in light just to tap it over, and Bennett punished him for it. Shallow serve, can't be dug out. That's an ace for Downey. Went for a drop shot kind of serve there, and Brookline was not able to adjust in time. This serve taken by Knock, set by Mullen, spike Bacon, and just barely kept alive and bumped over. Chased down by Ferdinand, set by Mullen. Bacon, tap over this time. Dug out by Chung, set by Downey. Diuti punches it over, taken by Ferdinand, set by Mullen. Thompson the spike. Read it perfectly and sent it where the defense wasn't. That's how you know you've got yourself a good hitter, when they know exactly how to read the defense and pick where those soft spots are. Malia Thompson, her second kill. Mullen, her 4th assist. 11-8, the Brookline advantage. Bacon's serve is going to be an ace as it spins off the hands of Tran. This serve from Bacon, that one just flew off the side of her hand there. You could tell she was mixing it up, going for something with more top spin that time, but caught the side of her hand and curved left. On serve now for the Womps, number 10, Joelle Wang. Serve received by Sachs. Set by Mullen. Thompson got a little under it there and sent it too far. Wang back on serve. Serve is received, set by Mullen. Ferdinand, a power shot, dug out, sent over on one. Received, set by Mullen. Ferdinand again. She would not be denied a second time. Boy, when you've got power like that, you can just keep punishing your opponent just like that. Forced to send it over on one off that first power shot. Put him in perfect position to just launch a second one. Serve from Nock, taken by Karanog, set by Chung. Spike down the line is just long off the hand of number 13, Jenna Luisi. And that'll make it a 14-10 lead for the Warriors. Nock's serve, received there, set by Chung. Spike Bennett curves it wide, back-to-back spike errors from the Womps give Brookline a 5-point lead. Nock, another serve, taken awkwardly by Karanog off the ceiling, followed up by Chung. Karanog bumps it over. Received by Nock, set by Mullen. Out of the middle, it's Budnick. Powerful shot to the left, and again, just read it perfectly as a timeout is now called by Braintree. First kill of the day for Budnick, 6th assist for Nora Mullen. And in the live chat, we've got Brookline assistant volleyball coach Greg Detweiler saying, "Let's go Brookline, killing me that I can't be there. They're in spirit." And we wish you a speedy recovery from your illness, Coach Greg. We know the Warriors wishing you could be here just as much as you, but above all, just wishing you good health. 16-10, the Brookline advantage coming out of the timeout. Nock the serve, received by Tran, set by Chung. The spike deflected, dug out by a diving Marlo Sachs, followed up by Nock and bumped over by Ferdinand. Received by Karanog, set by Chung. Tap is blocked, tapped right back. They're just playing catch, and now it's taken by Sachs off the hit from Bennett. Followed up and bumped over by Nock. Taken, set by Chung, spike Bennett, and Bennett delivers out of the middle for the kill. Solid defensive efforts from Brookline, but Braintree just able to keep up the attack, never let up the pressure, and never made any crucial mistakes. Luisi on serve for the Womps as number 21, Kate Sweeney, checks in for them. Serve is received by Sachs, set by Mullen. Roll shot, Ferdinand deflected and dug out by a dive there, bumped over by Bennett, taken by Budnick, set by Mullen. Spike Budnick over the right shoulder of the libero for a nice kill. Second kill of the day for Stasia Budnick. She went to the left for her first one, went to the right for this one. 7 assists now for the setter, Nora Mullen. This serve from Mullen, dug out. Bumped over by Karanog. Taken by Bacon, set by Mullen. Spike by Viviana McDonald, deflected, taken by Sweeney. Set by Chung. Sweeney sends it over. Taken by Nock, set by Mullen. Tap over by Ferdinand, and they can't keep it alive as it bounces around like a pinball. Ferdinand, she's got that tremendous power on her spikes, but she also can mix it up with those little drop shots there as she picks up her third kill. This serve, taken awkwardly by Luisi, followed over by Chung, bumped over. Oh, and they get a surprise kill there as the receive from Ferdinand went a little too hard off the ceiling. I think that was technically Bennett from Chung, I guess. Checking in for Braintree, number 7, Nora Grant. Serve from Grant, taken by Ferdinand, set by Mullen. Punched over by McDonald, chased down by Grant, set by Chung. Spike from Sweeney, taken by Knox, set by Mullen. Ferdinand drops it over from the right side for another kill. Again, just the jump and delay that she's able to bring to throw off the blocker's timing. Great technique there for her 4th kill. This serve into the net. Brookline ahead by 6 here as Chung will be going on serve with number 25 Avery Dayuti checking back in, or maybe it's just Dayut. Either way, Zarina Chung, the setter, on serve for the Womps as they trail Brookline by 6 here in the first set. Serve received by Knock, set by Mullins. Spike Bacon, deflected and dug out by Karanog. Sent over on 2 by Chung, sent right back on 1 by Stasia Budnick. Just took a swipe at that ball as if to say, get that out of my face, and sent it right back at him for her 3rd kill. On serve now is Budnick. Serve is received by Sweeney, bumped up by Luisi, bumped over by Dayut, taken by Budnick, tapped over on 2 by Mullen, but tapped right back on 1 by Downey. First hit was off the mark. Mullen tried to adjust and get it over the net, but Downey punished him in the same way that Budnick punished the Womps the point before. Tran now on serve for Braintree. This one received by Neve, set by Mullen, tap over by McDonald. Viviana McDonald dropping it right in between some defenders for her 1st kill. First kill of the day for the senior, 10th assist for Mullen. Sacks the serve, taken by Karanog. Cannot be followed up. That'll be an ace for Marlo Sachs. This serve received by Karanog off the ceiling, followed up by Luisi, and bumped over by Chung. Oh, and confusion from Brookline there. And a weird kill picked up by Chung off, I guess, an assist from Luisi. 22-15. Brookline's had a couple of those where a soft hit's coming over and they just end up messing up the play. Serve from Downey, taken by Knock, set by Mullen. Bacon the spike down the line, too far. Needed a little more of the top spin on that one. Serve Downey into the net. (23-16) as Ferdinand checks back in for Brookline, replacing Neve. Bacon serve, received by Karanog, set by Chung. Downey the spike. Was there a deflection? No. Just a bit too high for a deflection as that one goes out and gives Brookline set point. Bacon serving for the set. Top spin, drops it in for an ace. Bella Bacon ends the first set in style, drops it perfectly in front of the receiver as they could not dig that one out properly. And Bella Bacon's second ace of the set gives Brookline a 1-0 lead as they take the first one 25-16. All right, during this break between the first and second sets, I'm going to take a break, mute my mic, and run us a YouTube ad break, but I'll be back with the second set. Stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Schluntz Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you the second set of this high school varsity girls volleyball matchup between the Brookline High Warriors and the Braintree High Womps. Brookline took the first set pretty straightforwardly, 25-16. And looks like they'll be getting some different players involved in this second set as they've now come out with Molly Tipton, Skylar Makaluski, and Mia Jones, all of whom did not play in the first set. You also see the setter Nora Mullen and the libero Maya Knock. And the last player, I can't quite tell, might actually be Anna Dror. On serve for Braintree to start will be their libero, Lauren Karanog. Sends it over, dug out by Jones, and Jones gets the long spike for her first kill off the assist from Mullen. Nice shot from the back there. Jones, usually a defensive specialist, as the team's libero, now getting a chance to hit. Serve from Jones, received by Wang, set by Chung, and yeah, just not where they needed that one to be, as number 21 Sweeney just took a one-handed swing at that one. 2-0, the Brookline advantage. Serve from Jones, and that's going to go for an ace. Lewisi couldn't receive that one. Mia Jones off to a hot start in the second set here, 1 kill and 1 ace. This serve received by Wang, followed up by Chung, pushed over by Sweeney, taken by Mullen, bumped up by Knock, tipped in the spike. Molly Tipton delivers with a hard hit kill. Got some Molly Tipton chants coming from the Brookline bench as the junior hitter picks up her first kill. Maya Knock, the libero, with her first assist. Braintree working a substitution right now. Coming in for the Womps, number 11, Stella Lamb. Jones the serve, dug out by Karanog, set by Chung, sent over by Downey. Oh, I'm not sure if that was an illegal underhit or if Chung overstepped the half-court line. Whatever the violation was, looks like they were signaling an illegal underhit, but either way, free point to Brookline. Serve Jones, too far. Good watch from the Braintree back line as they get their first point of the second set. Serve now from Chung, and that's going to be an ace. Jones was on the receive there, but it went off like the end of her hands, so not enough height off of that hit for anyone to follow up. Chung, a shallow serve, chased down by Knox and over on one, sent back by Downey, taken by Tipton, set by Mullen, and a tap to the back corner, beautifully placed by Skylar Makaluski. Makaluski, the sophomore, with her first kill. Good touch on that one. 12 assists now for Nora Mullen. Knox serve, dug out by Sweeney, set by Chung, hard spike from Downey, dug out by Jones. Taken by Chung, bumped up and sent over as it rolls over the net off the hit from Bennett. Assisted by Karanog. Fourth kill for Gabby Bennett. Isabella Tran now on serve for the Womps. Dug out by Jones, set by Mullins, spike Budnick, deflected, taken by Lewisi, over the back, hit by Downey, taken by Makaluski, set by Mullen, hard spike, tipped in. Oh, and I think they said that someone from Braintree touched the net. I think they're saying Downey touched the net there. And so out of that madness, Brookline gets the point. Serve tipped in, taken by Karanog, set by Chung, pushed over by Bennett, taken by Jones, set by Mullen. Jones from the back, the roll shot, dug out, set by Chung, tap over from Lewisi, and kept alive somehow. Wait a minute, that got the point to Brookline. My goodness. They had no right getting that point, but it will be a kill for Tipton and a very hard-earned assist for Mia Jones. This serve taken by Karanog, set by Chung, pushed over by Downey, taken by Tipton, set by Mullen. The spike by Makaluski gets through for the kill. Nice cross-court set from Mullen, and Makaluski delivering with power from the left side. This serve set up for Downey, deflected and taken by Knox. Set by Mullen, spike Budnick, deflected and dug out by Karanog. Set by Chung. Lewisi misses the spike into the net. Timeout called by Braintree as Brookline now leads by 7 early in this second set. Out of the timeout, Tipton back on serve. Taken by Karanog, set by Chung. Downey, the spike is blocked. Recovered by Bennett, sent over on one and pushed right back. Great read by Skylar Makaluski. Even in the midst of that chaos of sending the ball back and forth, Makaluski read the placement of the defense perfectly for that one. Tipped over by Downey, and that'll be good for a kill. That is 5 kills now for Nora Downey, 6 assists for Zarina Chung. Serve from Downey off the net court, sliding dig by Josephine Ross. They set up for Jones from the back, deflected and taken by Lewisi. Set by Chung. Lewisi the spike, dug out again by Jones. Bumped up by Mullen. Spike Makaluski, too far. A good defensive effort by Mia Jones throughout that rally, but Brookline unable to finish on the point. Downey's serve goes sideways off Ross, chased down by Makaluski, bumped over by Knock, and Maya Knock gets the bump kill. Honestly, great chase down from Skylar Makaluski to pick up an inadvertent assist. Serve now from Makaluski, taken by Lewisi, bumped up by Karanog. Lewisi's spike deflected, taken by Ross, bumped up by Mullen. Jones from the left side, diving dig by Karanog, set by Chung. Lewisi whiffs. The rally's starting to get exciting now here in the second set. A 13-5 Brookline lead. Makaluski's serve. Oh my gosh, it looked like Karanog caught that one in the face. Is she okay? She's shaking it off. Looks like she's saying she's all right. That one went off her teammate's hands and looked like it caught her right square in the chin. But she's being a trooper about it and staying out there. You gotta be tough to be a libero. Makaluski's serve taken by Karanog, chased down by Chung. Karanog bumps it over. Taken by Ross, bumped up by Mullen. Spike Jones powers it through the blockers for the kill. Second kill for Mia Jones. And that's 14 assists now for Mullen as a timeout is called by Braintree. You know, one interesting thing to note, because some people might, look at this and be like, wait a minute, Mia Jones is a libero. She's a defensive specialist. How come all of a sudden she's taking such a big offensive role here now that she's just swapped out the color of her jersey? Well, the truth is that a lot of outside hitters, which is the primary hitter position in volleyball, they get trained to play defense because you want your primary hitter to stay out there even when they have to rotate around to the back line. So a lot of them develop a lot of the skills necessary to become a libero. You know, this is not the first time we've seen liberos be hitters and vice versa. You know, just looking over at the boys team, Amir Tomer used to be a libero, and then he became one of the team's primary hitters over the past 2 years. But his freshman season, he was a libero, so that just shows very transferable skills as Makaluski's serve goes into the net. It's just one of the fascinating things about volleyball, a kind of transfer of skill that you wouldn't expect. But when you're asked to play a top-level position in this sport, you're asked to play both ways, offense and defense. You got to be able to play front line and back line if you want to be a top player in volleyball instead of just a role player. Serve from Wang, dug out by Knock, set by Mullen. Spike Jones down the line, dug out by Wang, set by Chung. Luisi, the roll shot down the line, dug out by Neve, followed up by Ross. Knock trying to bump it over, no chance. 15-7, now the Brookline lead here in the second set. Wang back on serve, received by Ross. And boy, that one just, nobody knew who was supposed to get that one. Wang's serve taken by Jones, set by Mullen, bumped over by Budnick, sent right back on one by Karanog, taken by Ross, set by Mullen. Spike Budnick is sent over. It's still a live point. Oh my goodness. I think that last hit came from Izzy Rotondo. And I think the assist came from Chung. That was a wacky point. Wang's serve taken by Knock, set by Mullen. Spike Jones. Great power, great placement, just all around great spike from Mia Jones. Third kill for her, 15th assist for Mullen. Budnick now on serve for Brookline. Received by Karanog, followed up by Chung, bumped over by Karanog. Taken, set by Mullen, a spike from Jones, dug out by Karanog, could not be followed up off the ceiling. Jones this time puts a little more lift on this ball, sending it to the back. And so the trajectory of Karanog's receive just not where she wanted it to go. Budnick's serve is an ace. Stasia Budnick with her second service ace of the day. This serve received by Wang, set by Chung, and that, yeah, no, that went around the left side of the pole. That was, yeesh. Looks like I had accidentally given Braintree an extra point. Seems they only have 8 according to the scoreboard here at Schlunz. Brookline now with 19. Budnick's serve, received by Wang, set by Chung. Rotondo's spike barely dug out by Jones, and Jones's spike is blocked. She recovers, pushed by Dror. Anna Dror, the freshman, picking up. Wait a minute. Did they just, they reversed it? Yeah, they reversed it. That was a Braintree point. Some kind of violation on Brookline. I didn't see the signal. I'm not sure what it was, but point to Braintree. Luisi's serve. Dug out by Neve. Set, and a spike from Mia Jones off the net cord for the kill. No violation that time as Mia Jones picks up her 5th kill, and the first assist picked up by backup setter Sadie Chen Gordon, who has checked into the game. Chen Gordon now on serve. And it's an ace. Brookline with a comfortable enough lead that they have subbed out their starting setter, but the backup making her presence known here. This serve is received, set by Chung, sent over by Sweeney, and could not be dug out. That's a kill for Kate Sweeney, her first. 8th assist now for Zarina Chung. Karanog now on serve. And it goes long. Subbing back in for Brookline is Makaluski, replacing Neve. Jones on serve for the Warriors. This serve, a little bit of confusion about who was supposed to take that one. Braintree a little bit frustrated with that erroneous service receive as Mia Jones picks up her second ace. This serve coming in shallow, dug out by Lamb, set by Chung, tapped over by Downey, taken by Chen Gordon, bumped up by Jones off the ceiling, but Knock follows it up and bumps it over. Taken by Karanog, set by Chung, tapped over by Sweeney, pushed right back by Dror, taken by Lamb, set by Chung, and sent down to the left side by Downey. 6 kills now for Downey, 9 assists for Chung. Brookline still pretty comfortably in the lead as they have more than double Braintree's points, and they're just 2 away from finishing this second set. It'll be Chung going on serve for the Womps. This serve dug out by Jones, set by Chen Gordon. Spike, Makaluski dug out by Chung, bumped up by Karanog, pushed over by Chung, taken by Jones, set by Chen Gordon. Spike tipped in, is blocked. Oh my gosh, Dror sent it over. Oh, but it's sent right back by Downey. What a wild rally. So many great defensive efforts on both sides, but it's Nora Downey who gets the last word in for her 7th kill. Serve from Chung, and a good watch by Brookline as that curves wide and gives Brookline set point. Good reaction from the freshman Anna Dror to sort of like matrix dodge her way away from that serve and let it go out. Knox serving for the set. Dug out by Karanog, followed up by Sweeney, bumped over by Chung, received by Jones, set by Chen Gordon, tipped in the spike. Molly tipped in with a laser to finish the second set. Mark the 3rd kill of the day for Molly Tipton. 2nd assist for Sadie Chen Gordon. And Brookline takes the second set, 25-12. Brookline 1 set away from victory here. During this break between sets, we're going to take a break, mute the mic, and run a YouTube ad break. But we'll be back with the 3rd and possibly final set of this match. Stay tuned. Hello again, back on the mic. Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan coming to you live from Schluntz Gym on the campus of Brookline High School in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you the third and possibly final set of this high school varsity girls volleyball match between Brookline and Braintree. Brookline up 2-0. If they win this third set, then that is it. We all go home. But if Braintree wins, we continue on to a fourth set. Brookline now bringing out kind of a mix of starters and backups here. Anna Dror and Skylar Makaluski both out on the floor, as is Mia Jones in her non-libero jersey, as the typical starting libero for Brookline has been playing more of a hitter's position. And it looks like she's actually lent out her #1 libero jersey to Noga Neve for this set. So that's kind of nice, kind of a different role for Neve as the libero. She's been operating mostly as a defensive specialist this season, as she still works to recover from a tough knee injury. You can see the large knee brace she's got on her left leg. First serve from Nora Mullen is received by Wang, set by Chung. The spike gets through. No, it went wide. They're saying no deflection. Braintree thought they had the point. Did they have the point? Who scored that? The officials signaled pointing to the Brookline side, saying that they scored. Braintree Chung, her second kill of the day. This serve received by Jones, set by Mullen, tipped in the spike. A power shot from Molly Tipton. Picking up where she left off at the end of that second set, as she picks up her fourth kill. 17 assists for Mullen. Jones the serve. Dugout sent over on one, taken by Dror, and it goes over on one, received by Downey, followed up by Wang. A battle at the net, and it's blocked by Molly Tipton. First block for Tipton. Jones back on serve. This serve is dug out, set by Chung, and that's more than 3 hits. Just off the mark, the pass intended for Kiyomi Nguyen. The initial service receive coming from Nora Grant. This serve taken by Grant off the net cord, followed up by Downey, bumped over by Nguyen, but it goes left of the pole. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You can't go around that red and white pole on either side of the net, or it's an illegal hit. 4-2, the Brookline lead. Jones' serve off the net cord. Good for an ace. Third ace of the day for Mia Jones. This serve received by Grant, set by Chung. Downey, the spike, could not be dug out. 8 kills now for Nora Downey, 10 assists for Chung. And with the way Brookline's been spreading around playing time between their hitters, Downey actually leads all hitters in kills today, despite her team trailing. Serve from Chung, dug out by Jones, set by Mullen. Spike Makaluski is taken there by Emma Jerry, set up for Nguyen, who pushes it over, taken by Mullen, bumped up by Neve, and a roll shot to the back from Makaluski. Good technique there from Skylar Makaluski. I think that one actually was going to drop in even if the defender didn't get her hands on it. Very well executed there as Noga Neve picks up her first assist. This serve received by Jerry, followed up by Nguyen, bumped over by Chung, taken by Dror, set by Mullen. Thompson the spike. Good idea for where she was going with that one. Just kind of came a little off the side of her hand, maybe a little off the fingertips instead of the palm. And it goes wide. Six to 4, the Brookline advantage here. Tran on serve for the Wumps. Dug out by Jones, sent over on one, received by Karanog, set by Chung. Downey the spike off the net court, dug out by Mullen, and everybody whiffed on that one. That might be the wackiest looking kill you might ever see. As I think the Braintree hitter was trying to time it up for a block as if Brookline was going to hit it, but then the Brookline player pulled back and effectively faked her out. Sadie Chen Gordon back in the game. Her serve taken by Karanog, set by Chung. Spike Downey is blocked. Downey keeps it alive, bumped up by Karanog. A spike this time gets through. And that's going to be a kill for Jenna Luisi. And I think that was Karanog who got the assist. I'm struggling to remember, but anyway, Downey now on serve as Rotondo checks back in for Braintree. Shallow serve, and it hits the net. Now Makaluski on serve for the Warriors. Off the net court, dug out by Karanog. Set by Chung, pushed over by Bennett. Sent back on one by Ferdinand, spiked back, deflected. And now kept alive and has to be bumped over by Chen Gordon. Chased down by Karanog, set by Chung. And a deep roll shot taken by Makaluski, set by Chen Gordon. Spike from Jones, blocked by Bennett, looks like. Seven to 6 is the Brookline lead here. Brookline trying to make sure they're in the right rotation as they await the serve from Joelle Wang. Serve received by Bacon, set by Chen Gordon, and the pass just kind of off the mark there, and Jones can't reach it. All tied up at 7. Wang's serve, received, set by Chen Gordon. Spike Jones, diving dig there, followed up by Wang, punched over by Karanog. Taken by Chen Gordon, bumped up by Neve. Spike down the line from Emily Ferdinand. Boy, we've gotten to see a lot of different players send their spikes over the net, and it really can kind of just accentuate what Ferdinand is able to do on her spikes as Neve picks up her second assist. And that's the thing, you got to give a lot of credit to Noga Neve too, because that's her second assist. She is an outside hitter turned defensive specialist, turned libero, picking up assists. Tapped over there by Rotondo, chased down by somebody, and bumped up by Neve, bumped over by Dror. Taken by Wang, set by Chung, bumped into the net. almost some costly confusion for Brookline as both Chen Gordon and Neve went after that ball first. But Chen Gordon backing off and telling Neve she could touch it, and so Brookline stayed alive long enough for their opponents to make a mistake. Serve received by Tran, bumped by Chung, bumped over by Luisi, taken by Dror, sipped by Chen Gordon, spike Ferdinand, powers it through the blockers for another kill, her 6th. And that is now 3 assists for Chen Gordon, as this serve will be an ace for Noga Neve. Yeah, that one just misjudged on the back line by the receiver there. Now a line drive, barely dug out by Tran, followed up by Chung, bumped over by Rotondo, chased down by Bacon, bumped up by Jones, and bumped over by Ferdinand. Taken by Karanog, set by Chung. The spike is deflected and taken by Ferdinand. Set by Chen Gordon, pushed to the back by Jones, received by Tran, set by Chung. Spike dug out by Bacon on the back line, followed up by Chen Gordon, pushed over by Drawer, chased down by Karanog, followed up by Wang, bumped over. Oh no, it goes off the cross beams. Luisi couldn't get it over, and Brookline gets the point. A wild rally that time. But Brookline stays alive, and it's Braintree that makes the mistake first. Serve Neve, dug out by Karanog, set by Chung, bumped over by Luisi. Taken by Neve, set by Chen Gordon. Jones, the spike, powers it through for the kill. And that all started with a powerful line drive serve from Noga Neve that just put Braintree on their heels and set up Mia Jones for her 6th kill and Sadie Chen Gordon for her 4th assist, as a timeout is called by Braintree. Out of the timeout, Brookline has scored 6 unanswered. Neve's serve taken by Karanog off the ceiling, followed up by Chung, bumped over by Rotondo. Taken by Neve, set by Chen Gordon, spike drawer, diving dig by Karanog, followed up by Chung. Karanog roll shot, dug out by Bacon, set by Chen Gordon, tap over by Jones, diving dig by Braintree. They cannot follow it up. Again, you can see Braintree just being continuously put on their heels by some powerful serves from Noga Neve that just put them out of sorts. This serve received well, though. Chung sets a spike out of the middle from Rotondo, taken by Neve, followed up by Chen Gordon, bumped over by Ferdinand, and that one went off the ceiling. That makes it an illegal hit. You can send it off the ceiling on your own side of the court if it stays on your own side of the court. If you're sending a hit and it goes over to the opponent's side and at any point it touches the ceiling, that's an illegal hit. Serve from Grant, and she just kind of spiked that one underneath the net. 15-8, the Brookline lead. Checking back in for the Warriors is Tipton, as well as Mullen. Mullen will be going on serve here. This serve received by Grant, bumped up by Karanog, pushed over by Nguyen, and it hits the pole. We mentioned it before, you can't go around the pole on the outside. You also can't hit the pole. Mullen's serve taken by Grant, followed up by Wang, bumped over by Karanog, taken by Bacon, set by Mullen. Spike Jones missed that one wide. Brookline up 7 here in the third set. 9 more points and Brookline wins the match. On serve, Emma Jerry. Serve received by Jones, set by Mullins, spike drawer. Powerful shot from the freshman, Anna Drawer. As the She's a Freshman chants start. Great leading pass from Mullen that allowed Drawer to take that forward momentum into that spike for her first kill. 18 assists for Mullen. Jones the serve, received by Grant, set by Chung, spike Downey gets through. 9 kills now for Nora Downey, 11 assists for Chung. Serve Chung and misread by the receivers. That'll be an ace. Second ace for Zarina Chung. 17-11 now the score. And that serves an ace. You could see Drawer kind of signaling my bad on that play because it kind of landed where she was rotating out from. And yeah, normally when you're a frontliner, you rotate into your position when the serve comes in, but you got to be ready for when something comes in shallow and in your direction. Chung's serve dug out by Neve, chased down by Mullen, pushed over by Makaluski, chased down by Grant. That's actually going to be a kill for Skylar Makaluski. And boy, if that just ain't the essence of it all, just stay in the point, get the ball over, and try and make something happen. Not the prettiest play from Brookline, but it gets the job done. 5th kill for Makaluski, 19th assist for Mullen. And that serve just long. Subbing back in for Brookline is Malia Thompson. Trans serve taken by Neve, set by Mullen. Spike tipped in, sent it too far. You can see what the idea was there, sending it to the back line. But a defender was right there and had a good read on it to tell it was going way out. Serve from Tran off the net court, dug out by Jones, set by Mullen, Spike Thompson, dug out by Karanog, set by Chung, tap over by Downey, diving dig by Neve, set by Mullen, Spike tipped in, and now she's got the top spin she wants. Nice kill there. 5 kills now for Molly Tipton, 20 assists for Mullen. Keep in mind, last Friday, Nora Mullen got 27 assists in a 4-set match where she was playing the whole time. She's now got 20 assists in what is almost a 3-set match, being subbed in and out with Sadie Chen Gordon, who, by the way, is back in and serving. Received by Downey, bumped up by Chung, bumped over by Bennett, taken by Neve, set by Chen Gordon. Ferdinand, the roll shot, dug out by Chung, followed up by Karanog, and that spike whiffed by Luisi into the net as Brookline reaches the 20-point threshold. 5 points to victory. Chen Gordon the serve into the net. 20-15, Downey now on serve. Taken by Neve, set by Chen Gordon. Spike Makaluski too far. Serve received by Ferdinand, set by Chen Gordon. Ferdinand, the tap over, taken by Chung, set by Downey. Bennett whiffed on that spike. I don't think that one was a block. It was close to one. It would have been if it had been a little higher. Makaluski, the serve. Received by Tran, set by Chung. Tap is, I think that one was actually blocked. No, it was not. They signaled 4 hits. That one did not go over. Just shows how hard it is to tell sometimes whether it's a block or a miss. And that serve missed into the net. Goes back to Braintree, 22-17. The Brookline lead as Bella Bacon checks back in, replacing Makaluski. On serve now, Joelle Wang. The serve received by Bacon, set by Chen Gordon, tapped over by Ferdinand. Diving dig there by Wang, but they cannot follow it up as it's an erroneous second hit from Chung. I really liked that play from Brookline, though. They had both Thompson and Ferdinand elevate as if they were going to tap it over to try and, like, divert the defense there. Now Dror subbing back in for Thompson as Neve goes on serve. The serve received, set by Chung. Lewisi the spike, dug out by Neve. Set by Chen Gordon. Jones got a little overexcited and launched that one. 23-18 now the score. Brookline still leads by 5 and needs just 2 more. Serve from Grant, received by Jones, set by Chen Gordon. Jones, the spike, oh my gosh. Bit of a headshot there, but looks like the defender is okay, which is good, as Jones picks up her 7th kill, and Brookline now has match point. 5 assists now for Chen Gordon. Looks like they're subbing Tipton and Mullen back into the game, replacing Ferdinand and Chen Gordon. And Nora Mullen will be serving for the match. Mullen's serve, taken by Grant, barely followed up by Chung, pushed over by Karanog. Taken by Dror, set by Mullen. Dror punches it over. Taken by Wang, set by Chung. Spike, dug out by Neve. Chased down by Mullen. Spike Jones is dug out by Grant. Sent over on 2 by Chung. Kept alive by Neve. Set by Mullen. Jones, tap over this time. And, oh, they cannot get it over. Jones ends it with a tap over as they finish with a wild rally. And Brookline takes the match. The final score, the Brookline High Warriors, 3 sets. The Braintree High Womps, none. Set scores 25-16, 25-12, 25-18. Well, this might not have been the most marquee matchup for Brookline facing a team outside the top 20 in the power rankings, but it's still if nothing else, a nice palate cleanser after a tough loss to Winchester on Friday to, sort of be like, okay, we're back in business, let's go. Brookline improves to 9-2 on the season. Braintree falls to 6-5. Final unofficial stats for today's match. For Brookline, Mia Jones with 7 kills, 3 aces, and 1 assist. Nora Mullen, 20 assists, 1 ace, and 1 kill. Emily Ferdinand, 6 kills, 1 ace. Skylar Makaluski, 5 kills, 1 ace, 1 assist. Molly Tipton, 5 kills, 1 block. Sadie Chen Gordon, 5 assists, 1 ace. Stasia Budnick, 3 kills, 2 aces. Bella Bacon, 1 kill, 2 aces. Noga Neve, 2 assists, 1 ace. Malia Thompson, 2 kills. Maya Knock, 1 kill, 1 assist. Viviana McDonald and Anna Dror with 1 kill each. And Marlo Sachs with 1 ace. For Braintree, Nora Downey with 9 kills and 1 ace. Zarina Chung, 11 assists, 2 kills and 2 aces. Gabby Bennett, 4 kills, 1 block. Lauren Karanog, 2 assists. Izzy Rotondo and Kate Sweeney with 1 kill each. And Jenna Luisi with 1 kill and 1 assist. One last note in the live chat from Greg Detweiler saying, great job, BHS Lady Warriors, and awesome job, Jesse. Thanks so much, Greg. Get well soon. And that's going to do it for this live stream. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. If you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also be sure to check out the description section of this video where you can find some helpful links. There's a link to a Venmo account that you can send money to donate money to the BHS Girls Volleyball Booster Club if you would like to support this volleyball program financially. You can also find a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Education Foundation. The Brookline Education Foundation raises funds to help promote growth and innovation among Brookline educators, growth that can then be passed on to the children of this community. For over 40 years, this foundation has given out a variety of grants across the educational landscape. These include Idea Lab grants for teachers that want to present their students with new and exciting projects, and teacher grants for educators that want to further develop their own skills to bring to the classroom. Many initiatives which have become staples in the public schools of Brookline started as BEF grants. They support literacy education training, new methods in STEM education, project-based learning, mentoring of new principals and superintendents, and collaborative work around diversity, equity, and inclusion, just to name a few. Visit brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846 to find out how you can help support our town's educators and, through them, our students. Once again, that's brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846. All that in the description section down below. And you can also find some links down in the description section related to me that you can also see in the bottom right corner of your screen. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can email me directly with any questions, requests, or comments you may have. I'll be posting highlights from this match and the preceding JV match later on this YouTube channel, and I'll also be posting them on social media on Instagram and Facebook. And you can see the links for my Instagram and Facebook accounts down in the description section and in the bottom right corner of your screen. But that's going to do it. Brookline 3, Braintree 0. Set scores 25-16, 25-12, 25-18 from Schlentz Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.